This person was breaking their tradition, which they considered the law, over and over and over again. And as he was doing it, he was blessing someone. He was demonstrating the power of God. Okay, I'm just going to tell the story of the woman with the issue of blood. He was asked to go pray for somebody who was sick. He got up. He said, yeah, I'll go. And while he was on the way there, he was walking, and the people he had been teaching started walking with him. And there was a crowd. It was a bigger and bigger crowd. He stopped, and he said, who touched me? And everybody just, huh? He said, no, really, who touched me? And his disciples said, everybody. You're surrounded by people. There's people everywhere. Of course people touched you. He said, no, I felt power go out from me. Who touched me? And this one woman goes, it was me. And he looked at her and he said, why? Why did you touch me? Now, lots of people had touched him. She said, I've been menstruating for 12 years. It won't stop. And I've been to doctors to the point where I've spent every penny I have. And I'm broken and no one can fix me. And I heard that you were here and I came. Why didn't she walk up to him and say, hey, I need a healing. I'm at the end of my rope. No earthly solution has fixed me. I need you to fix me. Why didn't she say that? Because she was ceremonially unclean. She couldn't even be in that crowd. They could have taken her out and stoned her to death on the spot for being in a crowd while menstruating. She wasn't allowed. She wasn't allowed in the synagogue. She wasn't allowed in the marketplaces. According to Levitical law, she wasn't allowed to be there. She said in her mind, I want this so bad, I'm going to go for it. What can I lose? What are they going to do? Stone me? I've been going through hell for 12 years. I've spent every penny I have. Rabbis in that day, devout Jews, would wear an undergarment that had 4 tassels on it to signify that they belonged to God. And Jesus, as a rabbi, would have been wearing that. She reached out and she touched his garment. She grabbed it. And that power that went out from Jesus healed her instantly. And she told him, I'm healed. It stopped. I know that it stopped. I know that for the first time in 12 years, it's different. I'm better. He knew what happened. For goodness sake, he's God. The power transferred from him through his garment, and it healed her. But guess what? According to their tradition, that made him ceremonially unclean. He said to her, your faith has healed you. The law had the right to pull her right out of that area. She should have been ashamed to have even been seen with him. She shouldn't have been there. She wanted it so badly that she just went for it. You ever have something you want so badly, you just go for it? It doesn't matter if it's going to cost you everything because it's the last chance you have. If you've never been there, it's exhilarating and terrifying. And he said to her, go, your faith has healed you. Her faith had healed him. His power, but her faith combined. And then it says he walked on and he raised someone from the dead because he went to where he was going. It doesn't say he stopped and waited until he was clean again. It never says that Jesus stopped doing the right thing, even if it was the Sabbath, even if he was unclean because of it. It didn't matter. Why? Because Jesus was the fulfillment of the law. The fulfillment of the law. Not the lawbreaker, but the one who brought it. Why? Because what is the heart of the law? Love. He said, what's better, to do good or evil on the Sabbath? Well, to do good, but the religious mind says, oh, no. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how good what you did. It only matters that we keep our traditions. It only matters that we do it the way that we think it should be done. You ever been in a church like that? You ever had a boss like that? You ever had a spouse like that? You ever been like that? I have. There's been people in my life that I've had to apologize to because I was more interested in what I thought was right and proper than in what was loving and kind. I'm not proud of myself for it, but I think I've learned a few things because of it. Every one of those examples that we read at the beginning of 7, how was the centurion's servant healed? By the faith of the centurion and the power of Jesus. Because he believed. He said, no. I got this. I know how this works. You say the word, and it'll be done. I know it will. And Jesus, in some versions, it says that Jesus said, I haven't found anybody in Israel with this much faith. What's the deal here, guys? You got to step up your game because This guy's got it. He understands the kingdom of God is standing in front of him, and he understands kingdom principles. Remember, I don't know if it was last week or Sunday night, I don't remember, but we were talking about kingdom principles. The kingdom of God is like, the kingdom of God is like, the kingdom of God is like. He came to bring the kingdom, and he demonstrated the kingdom. And what is the kingdom? It's the power of Christ and your faith. Does that make it a works-based religion? No, because you can't do anything to earn that faith. All you can do is have it. So the woman with the issue of blood got her healing. She risked it all to get it, but she grabbed it. It says the kingdom of God is advancing, and the violent take it by force. By violent, it doesn't mean somebody coming in and just slapping people around. If you can boldly grab onto that vision, if you can boldly grab onto the hem of his garment. Kathy Joe says this, not everyone that Jesus walked past got healed. Not everyone got their miracle. Not everyone got what they wanted. She did. And what was the difference? She grabbed it. You know, there's a story of the guy who got lowered down through the roof because he wanted it so badly. There's the story of short little Zacchaeus who was too short to see over the crowd and he wanted to see Jesus, so he climbed up a tree to get it. Sometimes you've got to do something. Every time you've got to do something. So if you're sitting in a room going, God, I can't take it anymore. God, I don't know what to do. Take action. Be bold. Live that faith. Have that faith. It's worth it. That woman with the issue of blood had absolutely no right at all, according to the traditions of man, to get what she wanted. But she was desperate.